Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 9 of Blindfolded Dark Souls. Now since the last episode, there's been a couple major changes. So the first big thing is I got a new PC, which is fantastic. My old PC chugged really hard, even just on the low settings, and now I can run on high settings and I can record at the same time without any issues, which is just fantastic because before what would happen is I would walk into a new area or like a wide open space and my computer would chug and it just threw off my pacing. Like my step counter was wrong. Just everything seemed a little bit off. The second big update, as you probably noticed, the flashing heart on the screen, is my heart rate monitor. So I thought it'd be fun to get a heart rate monitor so you guys could really see how stressed out I'm getting. When I'm deep in these runs and I'm beating the bosses, because like to me it's such an intense feeling. I can feel my heart ripping through my chest, and I just wanted to be able to demonstrate that. The next big thing, I recorded maybe like 100 or 150 attempts on my old computer before I stopped playing because I was getting frustrated with the performance. And in those attempts, in between, I did a couple things. So for those of you that might have noticed, I have 5 Estus. Basically, I just kind of rationalized that since I'm allowed to go through the hub area, Firelink Shrine, unblindfolded, I figured I'd let myself do the tree jump here to get that extra Estus up top. Obviously, I'm kind of struggling right now for some reason. So I want to grab the Estus. Another thing too you might see is my dagger at the bottom right. It's I upgraded to be raw. I wasn't really thinking, and I hate it. It's when you buff something with raw, it basically just gives you flat damage that goes that multiplies with your strength. And as a character with no strength, really, my dagger does no damage. It does so much less damage than it did before. And that's just been really annoying because enemies that I could 2 or 3 shot, I'm now 4-shotting or 5-shotting. So what we're going to do is sell a couple items and look at buying the short sword here, because I do have the stats to use it. It's only 600 souls too, so we'll try it out. You know, it does a lot more damage. The moveset's going to be a little different, so obviously I'm going to have to get used to it. But, we'll try it out. We'll sell some things. I should have a couple items. So those are the big changes. We'll sell off some items here and try out the longsword. Alright, first thing is I am never going to use a firebomb because I can't see. I'm never going to use throwing darts, I can't see. And I think if I actually sit down at the bonfire, I should get more firebombs that are in my deposit box. There we go, yeah, another 12. There we go, so we have 430 souls already. I'll keep the Titanite shard if I can. A bow, I'm never going to use. We go 530. Got a duplicate helmet. 560. Got some pants I don't need. There we go, 600. Yeah, we'll go for the short sword. It's not a weapon I've used before, so this is definitely going to be a first for me. But it seems like a decent enough weapon. Similar range to the dagger, a little longer, a bit slower, and a bit more stamina usage, but I'm still getting good swings out of it, and more damage, so let's try it out. Let's get right into it, guys. Alright, so one more thing before we get going is, for those of you that have been watching since the start of the series, I basically hot glued on this little plastic ring that my friend 3D printed for me. That way I could have kind of like an octagonal 8 directions that I can press into, so I have consistent paths. And I recently saw online for only $10 I could get an actual, more professional looking one. It's not really, you can kind of see the edges there, but it's supposed to click directly into the controller, but it's not for the PS5 controller. This is for a custom faceplate that you can order from the people that made that ring. I only realized that after taking off the original hot glue that I put on. So this is my second hot, or my actually have fourth hot glue attempt. So my lines will be slightly different. This is my straight line. You can see it has a little bit of a right lean, but it's very slightly different to my old configuration. So I'll have to rework some of the routing. It won't be the exact same path as before. So same idea, but it'll just be a little bit different. But let's get right into it. All right, now before we start new runs, I just remembered there's a Titanite shard right around the corner here. And on top of that, we've picked up a Titanite shard already. So, I'm gonna try to get that blind. So just straight backwards. Are we maybe caught on the stairs here? I think we are, so go around. Easy, pretty good.
Tastes good, wasn't he?
Okay, 170. We can get 170. We can get 170. Don't want to sell those or those. Or any of these, really. It's only giving me 30. And I really don't want to sell one of these. But I think it'll be worth it. Oh, that's tough. Okay, yeah, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. We need the upgrade now. We're not gonna use those homeward bones for the foreseeable future, really.
Tastes good, wasn't he?
Okay. Short sword +1. Nice. That's nice. Let's get a team.
Getting back into these runs, the first thing that was painfully clear to me is how I'm going to have to relearn pretty much every section in this run. Even just this right here, getting through this doorway, although my joystick was only a little bit different, I would constantly get stuck on the doorway right here, and this totally messed up my whole run, and it took me a while to figure out. From time to time, I'd still get through the doorway first try, but this lineup was still just generally broken, and I clung onto it for way too long. I should have just given it up.
Alright, now the path for this next section has changed. Originally, I had a bit of a left lean on my octagon, so when I would walk forward, I'd kind of walk to the left a bit. Now it's a bit to the right, so I can hold just a much straighter line, and I find it's getting the ladders a lot easier. It's just 19 steps once I've dropped, 4 to the right, and we're chilling. Here we go. 5, drop. So easy guys. For the drop. Easy block.
Well, I never really had a setup for this section. It's always been pretty rusty, but especially after taking a long break, it was very noticeably bad. It took me so long to kind of get a good feel for this area and just getting down this drop. But coming from the future, I definitely do have some better lines. You might have noticed too that the audio for the Winged Knight that walks in circles around the fountain is glitched and you can't hear him. And this happened so many times, it was just pain. Coming up you'll see that I kind of had a fix for it, but it doesn't work every single time. And this has just been butchering all my runs. So if you have a fix for this, please drop it in the comments. I'd love to know. Coming back to the start section, I spent so long with this broken route, and I just kept trying and kept trying because I thought with enough attempts I'd finally get one through, and that was such a mistake. I just wasted so much time in this area, getting stuck on the stairs, falling up the stairs, getting killed by these losers, getting ganked by these losers, and I just plucked away at it, and I kept going, and I kept going, and it was honestly, it was kind of painful. I should have learned faster. So, I don't know what I was doing, really. It was pretty stupid, but even with this faulty run, I still managed to get one through, you know, one decent run, but really, it wasn't worth the pain. I spent more time on these broken runs trying to just fix the pathing so that if I did fall off the stairs and I got stuck in one of these corners, I could just backpedal a couple steps, go to the side, and go back up the stairs. And it was just such a waste of time. It kind of helped with the camera angles. It most of the time didn't work unless you were very precise. Here you can see I overshot it, and I should have just reset. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess just more entertainment for you guys. I'd like to think that I had this section pretty locked down and I have a good setup for it, but as you can see, I just totally missed the little cubby there on the side. I still managed to kill this guy and kind of live for a little bit longer, but I didn't quite realize I was in the totally wrong spot. Now, that in mind, even if I did land in the cubby, this lineup I had for this section is pretty broken. For some reason, the camera angles work differently on my new computer than they did on my old computer. I'm not sure if it's one of the settings that I changed, or maybe it's just the computer itself. But when I'm trying to kind of wrap around the pillar and turn around to do the drop, it doesn't work quite the same, so you'll see that a little bit later on. Kept trying the same old path, but nothing was working. I'd either die at the two gankers, or if I made it to the Winged Knights, the sound wasn't working properly, so I finally gave up for the day. When I came back, I had a new plan.
Alright, so we've got a new start section, so I'll try to demonstrate that.
The new plan was fantastic. Basically, you start off sprinting, that way you can beat the thief to the doorway, because instead of running through the doorway as I usually would, I take it slower, going 3 steps at a time, then 1 to the right, 3 steps, 1 to the right, 3 steps, 1 to the right. That way it lines me up perfectly for this first guy. And although I'm about to get ganked by these two really hard, this was something beautiful. Still a bit rusty, but with my new lineups, everything was looking great. But getting to the stairs was the least of my issues. I was able to get here consistently, kill some of the guys half the time, but
perfect.
Once I got to the Winged Knights, they were just getting no noise, and it would ruin all of my runs.
Oh, I was greedy. I was so greedy. No way. Oh, I have my dagger out. Oh, I thought I switched it. Where the hell am I? Why don't you make any noise? It's not fair. I need to hear you.
Eventually, though, it was too much. And I snapped.
What about knock? Fuck this game, man. This game fucking sucks. Who plays this game? No one plays this game anymore. God motherfucking damn. Just give me one. Just give me one time where I can make it. I don't get fucking stepped on by these two fucking dudes, and then I can make it down that stupid fucking ladder, and I make the drop, and the dude actually makes noise. God.
Today was a new day. And although I had a bit of a rocky start, dying a couple times, eventually, something just clicked.
So we're gonna tilt our camera here. Hopefully that activates it. Let's
So
get
a
it.
couple new things for this area. First thing is I started sprinting across the rooftop rather than walking just to save a bit of time. But also I tried tilting my camera down just a little bit so that as I'm running across the rooftop, my camera's looking in the direction of the wing knight. So maybe it loaded
They had him already.
and his audio would actually work.
Alright guys, let's play this properly. Basically, hopefully we're facing the fountain. I just gotta tap it to the left, take our 9 steps, and then we'll wait until he wraps around more so that when I turn to the right and I lock on, he shouldn't be there. Just that extra little precaution. Let's get a team. Should be at 4 Estus, maybe like 3/4 health. Okay, we're in a good spot now. We're in a really good spot here, guys. We could actually make it to Vort. Oh my god. We gotta hope the camera actually works properly on this corner.
You can see the camera doesn't turn all the way around. It's not a huge issue because I can still hit this pillar and fall down the same spot, but it's just a bit more annoying.
Drink here, so we're down to 3 Estus. It's a good. Oh my god, guys. Let's fucking get this. It's been so long. Okay.
Another new thing I'm doing, so instead of running directly to Vort, I'm allowing him to come to me so that he's more in the center of the arena, because I find when I'd run at him right off the bat, he would back himself against the big red door there, and in this little cubby, if he activates his phase 2, then there's nowhere for you to go backwards, so he just smokes you in phase 2, or that phase 2 transformation.
There's 2 Estus left. wrong. Something's wrong.
As for some reason, his phase 2 transformation glitched. He skipped his third dash,
What the?
didn't do his ice breath, and it just totally ruined the run.
Why is my heart rate monitor not on? Guys, what the heck? What the? They're annoyed that we can't hit the big guy right now, so we're just gonna send it.
I was pretty defeated after losing Vort that time, especially since it glitched. But I kept at it, and eventually I got another good run in the session.
Okay, so I think I gotta. Sounds like he's in pit. Sounds like I'm in pit only. Damn. This game. Damn. Oh my god. Okay. We can do better. We can do better, guys. We can do better. Yeah. Shit. Damn. Alright. I guess I'll take a break for there. That was a good session, you know. We made really good progress. I think our lineups are clean, so now it just comes down to, you know, good RNG for a solid run. Just gotta keep it up. Okay, we're probably low.
The session was pretty short-lived. I just couldn't get a good run together, you know,
So
things
clearly
just
we're
came
stuck
along
on
apart.
something here.
You know, I'd get to the end and I'd lock onto this guy by accident, or just
Yeah,
the
this is
stupidest things would
where
happen,
I'm
so
locked
I
on.
got
I'm
rid of
locked
it.
on. Oh my god, man, that's just... Oh my lord! Okay, I'm at a loss, yeah, fuck this. Man, where the fuck am I? Fuck this game, man. God. Why is this so hard? Why is this the hardest game of all time? Oh my god. I think I'm still like near the back. I way overshot that, bro. I counted to 20 for some reason. I don't know why.
Look to your right. Look to your right. Oh, you were there. You were
Yeah.
stuck in that. No.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Or I'm in bit. I'm in bit, aren't I?
I was trying to get a lot more consistent with all of my runs, but I was pretty on edge, and I finally got to Vort.
I just got slapped out so hard.
so far this was like a picture perfect run, but for some stupid reason the Wing Knight still wasn't making me noise.
Alright, I think we're at 4 Estus, if I'm not mistaken. We can't hear the big guy for some reason. Goddamn. So we'll just go. Oh my god. This just fucking sucks. Okay. Okay. Very promising. We're in a really good spot here. That's promising. That's promising. Okay, let's get this, Spence. Let's get this.
At this point, I was so on edge. I hadn't gotten bored in a while. I streamed for a friend, so I really wanted to try and look good and try to get bored on this attempt. And all of it just, the pressure out of that.
Perfect, perfect. Fuck it up, we're chilling, we're chilling.
Good. Your heart rate is fucking high, dude. Wow. Once the boss pulled up, it hit 110, and now it's 140.
I just gotta breathe for a second.
That was nuts, dude. You got so close, too. The sword does a lot of damage.
God, it does fat damage. It does fat damage. But phase 2, it's... Alright, that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, comment. I'll see you in the next one.